Joel Sartore is an American photographer, speaker, author, and teacher who has been contributing to National Geographic magazine for a long time. In this video, he tells us about his work photographing people, habitats, and animals. Joel has been interested in nature since he was a child, and here he shares with us his special project, the Photo Arc. This project reflects this strong interest in nature and the importance of protecting it.
Hi there, I'm Joel Sartore. I'm a photographer with National Geographic. I've been a photographer there for a long time, almost 30 years now. For many years, I photographed animals in the wild, in many countries all over the world. Lions in the trees in Uganda, hippos at mud holes in Mozambique, bald eagles in North America. People often ask me how I got my job with National Geographic. Well, I grew up in Nebraska, which is in the exact center of the United States. It's mostly farm country. I started taking pictures in high school, mainly of things that I thought were funny, to impress my friends, I guess. Pictures of dogs that were mean to me, or carnivals, anything I thought would be amusing. And fortunately, National Geographic had a good sense of humor, liked what I did, and hired me. But lately, for the past dozen years or so, I've been working on a project called the Photo Arc. The Photo Arc is my 25-year effort, I'll go until I'm about 70 years old, to document every single animal species in human care around the world. This means going to zoos and aquariums, wildlife rehab centers, and private breeders, to try to show the world what biodiversity looks like. What do all the other animals of the world really look like? And why should it matter to us? Well, the reason I feel very strongly about documenting these animals is that many of them are now at risk for extinction. Small animals like frogs and streamfish are especially vulnerable. They've been around for hundreds of thousands or even millions of years. And yet now they're on the very cusp of extinction, many of them. I'd like to change that. And I'm very hopeful that we can turn this around in time. So that's the purpose of the Photo Arc. We use studio portraits of animals on black and white backgrounds to get people to look these animals in the eye and fall in love with them, as I have. Each animal then represents an opportunity to get someone into the tent of conservation and want to learn more, and perhaps even be inspired to take action to save these animals. So far, we've photographed many thousands of species this way, but it'll take another 15 years or so. We're going to try to have about 15,000 species photographed, all as studio portraits, by the time I'm done. We use these black and white backgrounds for a couple of reasons. First, with no distractions and good lighting, we can really see what these animals look like. Many live their lives in muddy water, under rocks, in the soil, high up in the trees. This gives us our first good look at many of these species. And this is often the first and only time these species will be photographed well alive. The other reason we do it is there's no size comparison in these photographs, so an ant is every bit as big as an elephant. They're all the same size. They all have an equal voice. So in the 12 years I've been taking pictures for the PhotoArc, I meet about one animal a year now that's so close to extinction, we know it will vanish in my lifetime, certainly. In fact, this one that I photographed alive is now gone, extinct. That means forever vanished. And this one is gone. And this one is extinct as well. So far, we've photographed about a dozen animals we think are extinct. That's about one a year. But this is just the beginning if people don't turn things around. Now, it's not all gloom and doom. It's not all sad. I meet people every month that I consider to be conservation heroes. These are people who have single-handedly saved species just through their own initiative, their passion, their energy has saved species. These are not people of great wealth or great knowledge. These are just people with ambition and really energy to focus on one thing. I've met people who have saved pheasant species from extinction. I've met people who have saved butterfly species from extinction and rodents, you name it. There are people out there that are very, very interested in doing what they can right now. I don't think about the world as it's going to be in 50 years. I think about the world as it is today and what can I do to make a difference. It's a very good way to live. At the end of my days, in my declining hours, when I look in the mirror, I want to see a smiling face, someone who did all they could to save nature. Now, how about you?